The Muscle Shoals Sound Studio was formed in Sheffield, Alabama, in 1969 when a group of 4 session musicians called the Swampers decided to leave the nearby Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals to create their own recording setup. The 4, Barry Beckett, Roger Hawkins, Jimmy Johnson and David Hood, then became known as the Muscle Shoals Sound Rhythm Section and were the first rhythm section to own a studio and eventually run their own publishing and production companies. Their backing and arrangements have been heard on many recordings, including major hits from Wilson Pickett, Aretha Franklin, and the Staple Singers, but a wide range of artists in popular music recorded hit songs and complete albums at the studio. They are referred to as the Swampers in the lyrics of Sweet Home Alabama by Lynyrd Skynyrd. The group first came together in 1967 and initially played sessions in New York and Nashville, as well as on recordings made at Rick Hall's Fame facility. The initial successes in soul and R&B led to the arrival at the Muscle Shoals Sound Studios of more mainstream rock and pop performers, including the Rolling Stones, Traffic, Elton John, Boz Scaggs, Willie Nelson, Paul Simon, Bob Dylan, Dr. Hook, Elkie Brooks, Millie Jackson, Julian Lennon and Glenn Frey. The studios at 3614 Jackson Highway were relocated to an updated and larger facility on Alabama Avenue in Sheffield in the late 1970s, but the original building still sees occasional use as a recording studio. The Black Keys album, Brothers, was recorded there in 2009 and achieved Grammy Award success in 2011. Recording equipment was brought into the former studio to make the album. The original Muscle Shoals Sound Studios building is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. In June 2013, it was sold by businessman Noel Webster, who kept the building maintained, to the Muscle Shoals Music Foundation. Their goal is to eventually make the historic building a music museum. The Alabama Avenue Studios were sold in 1985 to the Jackson, Mississippi-based soul and blues label, Malaco Records, which also bought the MSS publishing rights. Malaco used the Sheffield studios for their own artists, including Johnny Taylor, Bobby Bland and Little Milton, as well as continuing to operate their own facility in Jackson. The building was bought by a film and television production company in 2005 after Malaco decided to close the studios, selling the 2 Neve sound desks to studios elsewhere in the U.S., according to an article in Billboard magazine. Filmmaker Greg Camillia premiered his documentary Muscle Shoals at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2013. It is about Rick Hall, Fame, and the Swampers foundation of the Muscle Shoals Sound Studios. The film includes interviews with Bono, Alicia Keys, Mick Jagger, and Keith Richards. Selected recordings, references. External links, share 3614 Jackson Highway homepage. Jimmy Johnson and David Hood on reacquisition of 3614 Jackson Highway.